A little wheel there.
G'day guys, and welcome along to today's adventure. Today, we're heading out to a popular four-wheel drive spot in these parts. No doubt you've heard of the Brunswick area in the southwest of Western Australia. Here, we're going to see if we can't find some mud and lift a wheel or two. It's only late in autumn, and we haven't had too much rain yet. In fact, it's actually been quite dry for this time of year. But that's alright. We've all been out here plenty of times, and we'll definitely be able to find something to give us a good challenge and flick some mud around. Up front today, leading the convoy, we have Pete and his weapon of a Jeep TJ Wrangler. This thing may look like a toy, but I can tell you it packs a hell of a punch. Second along in the group is me, in my old GU Patrol. Now I'm keen to test out the new front E-locker that I've recently put in and see just what it's capable of. Unlike everyone else in the group, I'm only running 33-inch tyres, so for me, I know clearance is going to be an issue. But with that front locker, my winch, and a good group of mates to do a bit of track building, I reckon I'll be just fine. Next up is Courts and Keeley in this beast of a 76 series Land Cruiser. Mate, even I'll admit these things sound absolutely mint. Courts has set his wagon up more as a tourer, but that's not going to stop him getting out here today and having some fun on some of the tougher tracks out this way. And finally, at the rear of the convoy, we have Ivan and Zucchini in another TJ Wrangler. Welcome along guys. Now after a quick descent and little river crossing, we come to one of the more rutted sections in this area. It's all off camber here, so it's all about picking your line and trying to keep those wheels on the ground. What's happened here is Ivan's rear wheel has slipped into that rut. Now every time he tries to drive forward, his front left wheel keeps digging into the bank and twisting the wheels past the point where the steering wheel will let them. With the steering jam full lot left, he can't get the wheels straight to have another attempt, so before he does any damage to his steering, he opts for the winch. Really, he doesn't need much. He's just got to winch forward enough to get that front left wheel out of the rut so that he can straighten his steering. Once he's done that, he can pretty much drive from there. Yeah, he could just dry that out.
Drive it. Pick up. Straight over it.
This is only the second time I've been able to hit the tracks with Pete, but I've got to say he really knows that Jeep. He always seems to know exactly where to put his wheels and always seems to pick the line that allows him to walk up ruts that threaten to swallow that thing whole.
Just about hit that rock and pick up.
Quartz's issue here is that he keeps lifting that front wheel. With a few rocks and branches packed under there and a healthy amount of right boot, he's able to gain a bit more ground. But this just puts his rear wheel in that same rut and he loses traction again. But that's alright, a quick snatch, he doesn't need much, just a little tug and he's out of there. As always, the camera never does justice to just how steep this step up actually is. It's actually near vertical, and what you can't see is that when Pete reverses backwards, his front wheels are almost lifting off the ground, tipping him backwards as they come back over that lip. A couple more goes though, and with a few more berries and he's up and over. Good drive, mate. As for the rest of us though, I don't think we have a hope in hell of getting up that, so we might take the safer option and use the truck that goes around. Yep, as always, Pete's just able to walk right up that and make it look so easy. Nice drive, mate.
It's got no locker on.
My issue here, compared to Pete and his Wrangler, is that I've got a longer wheelbase than him. So while my front wheels are trying to pop over that slick tree root, my rear is also stuck in a rut and trying to pop out of that at the same time. Pete, in the same situation, had already got his rear wheel out of that rut by the time he tackled the root, which made it so much easier for him. Just goes to show how differently short to long wheel-based vehicles handle certain obstacles. A bit of mumbo though, and I'm up and over. Yep, there it is again. That shorter wheelbase, and they pretty much just walk up it. It wasn't too much further down the track, however, and something had gone seriously wrong. While up front, Pete had slipped into a rut at speed while on one of the connecting tracks and come to a grinding stop. It wasn't until we pulled up that we noticed radiator fluid pouring out the bottom of his radiator. This is not good. After popping the bonnet and having a look, we discovered that one of the fan blades had bent forward. It had jammed itself and made a sizable hole in the radiator.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out what I've done though. Because that's not spinning at all, is it? You can hit it, feel it hidden, yeah. I reckon I've done an engine, man. No, there's another one. Okay, in that toolbox. Oh yeah, look at that. Ben fan blade's a lot better than a bloody busted mount or a bolt on the gearbox. Oh, that doesn't. Oh no!
Solid. I gotta
Gee, those pliers are rooted. We were able to straighten the fan blade enough that it was able to spin freely and then get the car up the flatter ground so we could assess the damage. Luckily enough, Pete had a spare radiator back at home. So a quick trip back into town, 1 hour later, a quick swap over and the spare was in. We grabbed a quick bite to eat and we're ready to keep moving.
No, I'm more worried about your seat.
Oh, quick radiator change out. It's a bloody good job there. Nice big hole. There's the old one. New old one back in. Trackside repairs. You just need, I guess, the momentum to pop over it, but yeah. There we go. Nice, Pete. If at first you don't succeed, just give it some right boot. The rest of the climb from here, TJ just walks up. It may as well have been flat for how easy you just made that look, Pete. Good stuff. Same thing, you probably just need that momentum just to pop over that rock. Yep. That's the problem Pete had. Yeah, it's just that fine balance, isn't it? We can go too hard and damaging something. Yep, Ivan's caught up in the same spot as Pete. And again, with a bit of right boot, he's over as well. Ah, good one. My turn now. Seeing where the last two boys got hung up, I've managed to pop over that
nice.
rock, but my chassis is getting stuck to the next step up.
That's where he got stuck last time.
Touch more momentum, had a bit of black smoke for good measure, and I'm over that too. This next section though manages to catch me out. Here, my right side step is getting hung up on a rock, which is pushing my left scrub bar into that high bank. After a couple more attempts, I've realised I'm not going to make it over this without some serious momentum and the possibility of doing some damage. So I end up pulling it and take the track around. Boards. That's all I needed, but well, didn't need much. Nice. Oh, don't run me over. The last thing I need today. Go team. Run them over. Once again, the camera really doesn't show just how steep this drop off actually is. That's not slow. Yeah, he just slid. You can see that as the boys' rear wheels drop off that top ledge and the Jeep's full weight is on that slope, there's nothing they can do but stick to the ruts and slide down. Like a slip and slide. No, your wheels on the ground. Your turn. There you go, Court's turn, the big 76. See how far he can slide. A bit more weight behind him. A bit more left, that side, that side. That's a bit better. Good drive, mate. My turn now. You can see that being longer has helped me here, because my front wheels are almost at the bottom by the time the vehicle's full weight is on that hill, which has prevented me from sliding as much. Doesn't walk over it.
I feel your love, and I feel it burn down this river every turn. Hope is our four-letter word. Make that money, watch it burn. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold.
Whoop.
I don't think the world is so
Right hand, left hand down.
And I feel something so wrong.
Yep, now go straight there if you can.
I could lie, could lie, could lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars.
Oh yeah, listen to that thing growl. Give it to him, mate. After popping out at the top of that last hill, we've come to an area known as the bog holes. There's mud-filled holes everywhere up here that you can make a bit of a circuit out of, but this one in particular is one of the deeper and longer ones that a couple of the boys are contemplating attempting. What do you reckon, Zaveli? Do you reckon he'll make it? Yeah, I reckon. With a preemptive recovery set and straps up beforehand. Is the other Jeep going for it? In she goes, nose first. Give it to her, give it to her. Give it to her, baby. Nice, guys. You made that look way too easy. Well, it's getting to that time of day where a couple of the guys had to start making tracks for home. But there's still one more spot that myself and Courts want to have a crack at. This is actually one of my favourite tracks in the area. It's deep in pine forest country, which means it's under heavy tree cover and sees very little sun. This leaves the track wet and slick as ice almost year round. There's nothing complicated about this one. There's nothing to it but to put your foot to the floor, flick some mud around and just send it. You don't know what's up? Oh well, that's going to do it from us for today, I think. The sun's getting low and I can hear a pint calling my name from the Brunswick pub. I might even grab a palmy too, I reckon. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed our little adventure for the day. I know we definitely had a blast, and for now we're going to ride off into the sunset. I'll catch you later.